Good morning, everyone, and I hope everyone is well and good wherever you are and you have enjoyed your holidays. I hope that now I'm going to start your chapter ICT, that is your chapter number 10 from Science 2 Information Communication Technology. The new direction of progress. I hope you would have heard about all these terms because in this chapter, what we are going to deal with it is a new technology where we'll see the benefit or whatever utility and importance of many types of new technology, that is computer, laptop, your mobile or smart TV, LED TVs. There are new version and the better version from last type of products to new generation product, that only we are going to deal with. So let's start our chapter with the introduction part from this ICT. In this chapter, we are going to see the importance of components of a computer, different types of software, importance of ICT technology in science and other areas, and then opportunities, whatever opportunities, what is the actual use, what is the practical use of this chapter for reading this chapter. Then after that, whatever what the your in your book it is starts like that. The term ICT includes the communication devices, right? It includes the communication types of works, service provided with the help, the store of information generated due to advance in science and technology is increasing at a tremendous rate. If we ignore this explosion in information, the knowledge that we have will become outdated. So we need to have this sort of information, we need to have this sort of knowledge. Why? Because in order to keep ourselves update, right? And that is a main important, that is a main thing in this. And then devices which is used in this type of app, in this type of technology, that is for producing information. Why it is important? First one, producing information, communication, classification, saving and storing information, to manage the information, to manage the work. For example, your telephone, you can take your example. Okay, after that, one sort of your tabular column is given where the name of the device, what is the use for it, what is the used it is, and benefit from it is. Okay, you have to write it down. Computer, laptop or mobile, radio, television set, like that example they have given in the tabular column, that is in page number 108. And in that, what you have to do after completion of this chapter, go through the new technologies videos and those type of information, try to find it or no, find it your answer by your own and fill those tabular column, right? That is very important. Now here we'll see ICT, information and communication technology. This diagram, whatever you are seeing on your screen here, there are some sort of uses is there, that is vehicle tracking, routing, delivery scheduling, radio frequency, barcoding, inventory management, address system, freight auditing, supplier management, EDI, okay, economic department. That is, if you want to track some sort of vehicle that you would have heard in your television, in your news, in your serials, in some sort of movies, that type of things we can perform due to this communication technology, that this is information technology. And the routing, how we can how we are able to identify the route from Google Map, that is also there. Delivery scheduling, obviously the McDonald's, you would have heard the pizzas people used to book these type of products and they will deliver through the information whatever they are giving through the online. Radio frequency, obviously. Then barcoding, in your book or in your product, whatever you are buying from your shops and big malls, there will be barcode in each item, that also there will be code. This is also done by this ICT technology. Inventory management, some sort of, if you want to discover some new type of technology, that is also depend on this type of information and communication process. Address system, if you want to find it out address in mail, that is also is there. Freight auditing, that is in the ships, you would have heard or in the factories where the some sort of some sort of chemical will be there, that is also is done by these type of technologies. And supplier management, that is supplier means the type of product from different countries. If you want to export or import some sort of product, that is also is there. Through this type of technology only we will be able to communicate from different types of states and in different countries, that from that only we are enabled to do our work in a simpler way, right? Now after this, the use of computer, some sort of use is there, that is very easy. Is first one is office, education, hospital, railway station, bus stands, airport, bank, and printing, right? The background it is there, present state of mobile phone in 2015. There are different sort of generations is there, from the first generation to till now it is a fifth generation, I think. And in this generation there lots of changes has occurred in these type of technologies. Before that there was less sort of facilities in those type of technology, but now it has modified and moderate in a different, in a easier way to makes our work in a very fast manner as well as simpler manner. Small in size, more function, more use, and more abuse, right? More abuse is sort of negative part of this type of technology. If you know the positive part, then you should be aware about the negative side of this technology, because in order to protect us, okay, not in a negative manner, but you should have some sort of knowledge. You should not go beyond limit of your use these type of technologies, right? Now the radio has held us strong against new technology like cell phone signals and fiber optic cables. What does it mean? The radio type of technology, now the radio become outdated. What is updated type of technology? Cell phone, fiber optic cables for network of broadband systems like that, okay? And these new technologies have added more capable form of communication in many respect. In because of that only radio became outdated, and radio waves cannot connect through the internet also, and it also won't be able to show you videos. And for audio also, only recorded audio you can listen from that. Then military communication, the history of the radio in the military is long and complex. In some sort of movies you would have seen that the military people used to communicate in a code language, where they will be using for signaling these radios only. And for their purpose, for their work, it is a important product or important technology. But during wartime these transmission become especially important, and during wartime this is specific or important situation, these military people will use the radio. That is an important thing, though it is become outdated in front of these cell phone and fiber optic cables. But in the military areas or military situation sort of condition, people will use the radio type of technology, right? Now, and it helps in advancement of the general knowledge. It provides a source of entertainment. It helps student in their academic, as they can come across any of the renowned scientists delivering a lecture. It is also a form of activity that can bring the family together. These are the general sort of application or benefit importance of these technologies. So here I have given a sort of explanation how it is from first generation to the till now, how it is changing. The first generation computer was, generation spelling is wrong, so just correct it and do the correction and write the correct spelling in your notebook, right? First generation computer is 1946 to 1959, that is ENIAC, okay? And walls is used in those computer. Consumed, what is the disadvantage or drawback of that type of computer in comparison to nowadays computer? Consumed electricity, generate heat, computers shut down. Today's computer is a fifth generation computer. Computer is a, now it become very advanced based on technology and speed. Then what is an output and input device? Okay, that is a software part of that computer. Input and output device act as an interference between the user and the computer. Whenever you are using your computer, and suppose just imagine or just think that you want to transfer yours or your some sort of communication to the other person, what you will do, you will go to your WhatsApp type of part or of your in your phone, or you will try to operate your mail ID. Okay, through your mail you will transfer the type of some sort of messages to some to your friend or some other person. That is what it will do. Input, whatever you are typing or you are sending message to the other person. What is the output? Whatever the other person is getting, that is the output. It is the simplest way to understand what is the input and output in a software devices, okay, in these technologies. So just compare this part or this incidents with this type of technology. There are many sort of work will be done by this type of devices. Now how you are how you are getting the information through the net, how we are teaching you in the net, that is also input and output devices is working. That is how you are getting information and learning through this online classes, right? Now, input and output devices, what you are was seeing on your screen, it is some sort of example. Try to find it out what it is, every part, and what name it out. Okay, now in this new technologies or nowadays, the memory of the computer is divided in two categories: primary memory and the secondary memory. As per your book mentioned that primary memory, this is the main memory of the computer. CPU can directly read or write on this memory. It is fixed on a motherboard to the computer. Then primary memory is further divided into two types: RAM and ROM. Random access memory for RAM. ROM is read only memory. Secondary memory, this memory is permanent in nature. It is used to store the different program and the information permanently. It holds the information till we erase it. Different types of secondary storage devices are hard disk, compact disk, DVD, pen drive, flash drive, etc. So according to the memory, what will it will be having primary and the secondary. Primary, what it will do, it directly, you would have seen the CPU and the motherboard, that is keyboard, yeah, they'll be connected to the computer, and through that the primary memory, it whatever message or whatever information we are giving command to our system, it will directly store those type of information through and through process, right? And after that, again the primary memory is divided into two form: RAM and ROM. RAM, random access memory, read only memory. Read only memory, you couldn't change anything. Random access memory, you can do that. And secondary memory, this memory, it is a permanent type of nature, you couldn't do that. And it also temporarily store in RAM, right, where you couldn't change anything in the system for information. Then operating system is also given in your book. That is a software that manages computer hardware software resources. Operating system, what it will do, it is like a brain function. What our CNS, central nervous system, will do in brain, it will control the whole body or organ system. Similarly, in operating system, everything, whatever software is there, hardware is there, or input output, all sort of system will be managed by or controlled by this type of system in this technology, right? Now, data versus information, what is the difference between basically data versus information? If we are talking about these type of technology, then it will comes under data. Raw facts, no context, just number and text. A computer will not read these type of alphabets directly. It requires some sort of coding or some sort of system in their system, right? But whereas information, data with context, whatever you are writing in your notebook, just try to understand with this simpler manner. Whatever you are writing in your notebook, or whatever you are communicating with the other person, that is a form of information, and data in a form of code language, right? Like military people will do, they won't talk directly to other person in a simpler language, they will talk in a coding language, so only those people can understand, but they will communicate with everyone. Similarly, in a system also, they'll be having some sort of coding system by which whatever you are feeding to that or you are giving command to the your system in whatever way, it will not directly transfer to other person in a simpler manner. There is a system for that. First, it will take your information as an command, and those commanded the binary system you would have heard 0 and 1, the computer will decode those type of information and try to restore in their system, right? That is the main thing. Now the hardware and a software form the main part of any computing device. Hardware is associated with the physical part, right? Hardware is generally relates with the physical part of the computer, while the software with the apps or program, whatever you are using as an on your screen, whatever for writing purpose, for drawing purpose, for calculation purpose you are using, that is the software of your computer. And what is the hardware, that like keyboard, mouse, and yours other part, whatever you can see in a physical manner outside of your system of your computer, right? That is your hardware part. In your MS Word or Microsoft Word, what you will do, you will try to make some sort of file, you will try to save it, and then after that what you will do, you will try to transfer it or you will try to present it anywhere. That is your software. And you would have seen it many times nowadays in online classes, you would have came across these type of things, right? So that is the first thing that is given in your book MS Word. Now this is a picture of MS Excel. You would have heard about it. It is mainly used for calculation purpose. After that, PowerPoint presentation. Obviously, what I am showing it to you, it is through the PowerPoint presentation. And with this, you can make attractive sort of things in computer with your creativity. And in it is also important and useful to keep your information in a very concise manner with all sort of information, right? Now at the end, what you have to do, you have to again go through this chapter. This is a very easy chapter, and nowadays everybody is using online things or an online system through these technologies, so you should know about it. Then in your homework, it is related to that only. Find the practical uses of computer opportunities in the computer field. It is your duty how you will use the computer. Suppose you want to become an engineer, then how will you use this type of computer? Try to find it out and write it in your notebook as a homework. If you want to become a doctor, how will you use uh, this type of application or this type of technology? If you want to become a architect and any other banker you want to become, if you want to become lecturer, professor, or scientist, if you want to become, if you want to become a prime minister, how will you use this type of technology in your practical life? So this is your homework. Try to find it out and do that. Okay, I hope so. Till now we have seen this technology in this chapter number 10, that is ICT. So it will end here. And this is we have learned in today's session, in today's class. Then I want to say that after a long holiday you have come, and you I have prepared this class for you, this session for you people. Then go through it, try to do the things, and here whatever spelling mistakes, small spelling mistakes is there, correct it and write it down in your notebook, right? Hope everyone is well and good and understood this chapter. And thank you for listening this, hearing this chapter, right? Thank you.